Hey guys, my name is Jason. I'm the founder of Distress Loan Advisors, and I just noticed I have two pairs of glasses. For those of us who are of a certain age and had to start wearing reading glasses recently, I'm sure you can commiserate with the fact that you've got reading glasses all over the house, which I do. Today, I actually have a couple of questions for you guys because I'm trying to iron out a couple of things. So first is somebody made a comment yesterday on my video where I covered the reversal of the SBA's decision not to send things under 100 to the Treasury. And somebody made a comment specifically. I had mentioned that loans under $200,000, people were able to go into the portal. And despite the fact that the SBA is telling you that the third deferment is at 50%, people are successfully going in and changing the payment so it only reflects 10%. And so the comment that somebody made yesterday is, here's their experience. Made a third deferment at 10%, but I believe it's a glitch in their system. So if you pay the 10% after 30 days, you're going to get a delinquent notice because it's supposed to be 50%. So here's my question. For anybody who's got a loan, $200,000 or less, who's gone in and helped themselves to a third deferment at less than 50%, so presumably the 10% or a little bit over it, have you gotten a delinquency notice that your payment was late or past due after you did that? And if so, were you able to rectify it and keep the 10%, or did they end up forcing you to pay the 50%? Because here's the thing. The SBA has not said publicly anywhere that I've seen that the third deferment is available at 10%. All we know is that the system allows you to do it. It's unclear if that was their intent or if it's just a glitch and they're not going to be okay with it. So for anybody who's got a loan for $200,000 or less that ask for a third deferment directly through the portal, I'm curious what your experience is. If you don't want to publicly comment, you can send me an email. It's just Jason, like my name, at jasontees.com. And I'll put a link to my website. My email address is there as well down below. And that's the first thing. So let me know what you're seeing with that. The second thing was I spoke to a gentleman this morning who really getting a raw deal from the SBA. So he got a past due letter and he fully admitted that he was past due. And so he went to pay them a couple weeks after he got a letter saying you're past due, a certain amount of money. I think it was $21,000 and change. And he got that letter in December of 2023. So in early January, he went on to make a payment, and it was unclear in the portal how far past due it was. So apparently the system doesn't even tell you the exact dollar amount. So he called the SBA, and the people at the SBA also couldn't tell him. They said, you have to go look at the portal. So for some reason, the people at the SBA don't even have an ability to tell you the exact dollar amount you have to pay them. So what he ended up doing was he went in and he paid, they were asking for 21 and change in December. So he went in early January and he paid $22,000. He sent an email to cesc@sba.gov. And, a lot of you are aware of that. If you make a payment to catch up because it's in liquidation or showing as charged off, if you email them to let them know you've brought it current, they can change the status in the system. So he did that on, I think it was January 5th. And then he followed up and they said, well, we can't reflect this as current because it's not current. And so he emailed them back and said, okay, how much to bring it current? They never responded. And next thing you know, he's at the Treasury. So talk about getting a raw deal. Who's ever heard of a lender not being able to tell you how much you need to pay? So here's my question. For those of you who have attempted to bring it current and done it successfully or not, I'm interested to hear your stories about how that process went for you. A, were you able to figure out exactly how much you needed to pay? And if so, where is it in the portal? B, were you able to talk to somebody at the SBA who could tell you? And C, when you emailed CESC, did anyone have a situation like this where you didn't pay enough and so they told you you needed to pay more to bring it current, and were they able to do that? Because it seems like, this guy paid $22,000 to bring it current, and now he's getting letters from Treasury and SBA saying, sorry, can't help you, it's at the Treasury. To me, that doesn't seem right. So if anybody's got a similar experience to share, I'd be really interested to hear it. And of course, I can report back to you guys once I get a better idea of exactly what needs to happen in this process. I can share it so then people going forward know exactly what they need to do so they don't end up like this gentleman. So that's it. Those are my questions for today. Again, feel free to comment. Other people can see your experience, which is helpful. Or if you just want to email me, again, it's jason@jasontees.com. So it's Jason like my name, @Jason Tees, T as in Thomas, S as in Sam.com. That's it. Thanks for checking in. If you're interested in a consultation, there is a link below where you can book that. All right. We'll see you on the next one. Looking forward to your responses. And stay warm for those of us in the Northeast. It's cold out here.